you're looking for answers about extraterrestrials, or maybe the true meaning of life, then you have come to the right place. Welcome to the Ivan Teller online broadcast. Please subscribe to this YouTube channel. And for more details, please visit ivanteller.com and learn more about your galactic families.
Greetings all. This is a short channeling of the Yahyel. Okay, you should not channel them very often. They have messages for us, for your kind, whatever you want to call it. And we might have some others come through. Blessings all. Happy Halloween. Pre-Halloween. Catch you guys later. Blessings to you all. This is a wonderful night. Blessings to those who hear this now and later on. This is a message for those who are not awake to our existence. Yahyel have a past of hardships just like you. We had to figure out who we were at one time. So do you. Of course, your journey is a lot heavier than ours. We had many species that came to our planets that interfered with us. We do have other worlds that we interact with that went through many hardships, but nowhere near as like this. But many lessons were to be learned. Your world is at a time of renaissance, of waking up. Your moon, species on the moon at this time are majority positive, keeping the vibration around your world at bay, keeping it positive from negative interferences, keeping sound around your world at a perfect tune. Keep your world at a movement. You can call me Sebastian if you need a name for your records. I am an old Yahyel, but also very happy within. We have several worlds that we take care of, not babysit. Worlds that we experiment with that are connected to yours, your star seeds from your planet, are our worlds at this time. Wording. Being close to arts, sciences, understand there are existence. We had to build an army like any other world, unfortunately, because many species manipulated our societies somewhat like this. But not as complicated. We are not a warrior race. We got talked into it. Your moon is fragile. It is the sister of your planet, you could say. I would say sister. It is keeping the harmonies, the life here at bay. Many species at one time were interfering with this planet through the moon, using the moon as a disruptor to cause havoc across your oceans and your continents at one time. That is not happening at this time. We ask for you to look at the moon and study it psychically, connect to it. You will be amazed who you pick up on. If you're looking for extraterrestrials to channel, to speak to you, there are many on the moon that would like to speak to you. Always benevolent. Always look for benevolent energies. But always you can feel a conflict there and the renaissance of light happening there. The vibrations there is keeping your world at bay. But they need more. They need your support, your prayers, as your world goes into a transition of awakening, where you are at right now. This is, I wouldn't say a crucial time, but a time of eye-opening is coming. Those that are afraid of our energies, of the knowledge of us, even those that are UFO discoverers, you can say, are so afraid of us if they saw us in person. The idea is to make us known through verbiage, conversations. The more the conversations, the more awakened your society becomes, and it's less afraid. Your time's coming of awakening. Assistance is coming to waken those eyes up that are always shut because they are controlled by music and backward politics. Understand, politics, the words that are used to shut you down spiritually. Were you aware of this? Shut you down, close you down, to keep you at a low vibration. To tell you that there's politics on this planet is here to help you, help save you, keep you protected, which is false. It is there to babysit you and keep you in a cage. That's all governments are here for. They keep you in a cage like a bird. That is what you have put yourself in, this cage, allowing them to be your keepers. Is this what you wish? Do you wish to be caged up, kept away from what is happening in your world and your universe? I am one to talk about black projects, but wouldn't you want to know more about, instead of it being a conspiracy, do you want to know about it? Everything that is happening behind closed doors is kept away from you. Isn't it a time to end this infantile mentality of conspiracy and instead to open your eyes up and see what is being hidden from you? And not to be the infant anymore. Most of you are not infants. But understand, when you hear about extraterrestrials, many roll their eyes. But understand there's a deep fear there also. Mostly fear, which is understandable. especially pop culture. But anything that is new is fearful to your society. So, conversation, channeling, but not always channeling, conversation. Some wish to be channelers and then they get depressed because they are not channeling. Understand, when you speak about us, you are channeling. You don't have to channel a being to connect with us. We wish you to share our knowledge everywhere you can. Conversation is so important, and not closed conversations, open ones for everyone. Nonviolent, of course. The more you speak about us, but of course, more knowledge about us would help also, wouldn't it? Now understand, in this channeling session, it must be private like this, but public to you. Because we have our messages, sometimes are skewed in these conversations that happen here, these Q&As. Sometimes conversations, our knowledge is not getting out in the proper way. So having this a one-on-one with the world, pretty much, this way we can get our message out easier. Understand this, the Arcturians are here to make sure this conversation, this connection is positive and well to you. That is positive, it is correct. But you can say we're giving your society a nudge more than usual of our existence. Because the hardships here, the sadness, is this something you want to live all? The poverty here on your planet, the illnesses, is this something you wish on your society? We do think most do not want this. The economic controls here are atrocious. They're so selfish by those who rule your planet. Well, rule is not a correct word, but those who are playing the cards and rolling you, the people, as dice, thinking you're ignorant, but you are not. Connecting psychically, and all of you can do this, of what is going on. Close your eyes and look. What do you see? Surround yourself with white light. Close your eyes. What do you see? Do you see the truth? Do you see that you're being blindfolded by society, which you are? By the media, politics, even music, unfortunately music, which is so beautiful and is used against you. Especially through the children, and on and on. Basically, what this message is to unravel the blindfold on your society. It's time for an awakening. Of course, we are just here to assist. That is all. You do as you wish. But our assistance is here, not just for this one, for all of you. It is time for the world to realize that you are not alone. You are loved. There's nothing to be afraid of either. Fear has been sold to your society so easily, hasn't it? Financial fear, mental fear. So unfortunate. It is best to unravel this darkness around your world. Bring in the light. Our energies are here to assist you to no longer be afraid, and to assist you in controlling your life, manifesting what you need and what knowledge that belongs to you that's been kept away. Blessings to you all. Several here have messages. Blessings to you. There's a couple others here. Oh, I forgot to do something. Oh, I did. Never mind. Everything's fine. There's several other beings here. All right, let's see what we got. Nobody's coming through. Yeah, there's a question about being a victim, victim mentality. Yeah, Novak is here, reptilian. Yeah, it just says don't be a victim. Don't play that role. Just love yourself and don't be trapped by that. Get away from people that are causing you grief. It's not easy to walk away from being abused by others. But okay, let's see if anybody comes through. I'm not sure what's happening right now. I'm just gonna leave the door open for anybody because some I thought were gonna come through and they did not. So, all right, leave the door open for whoever and see if there's a message. Greetings. Greetings to those who are sad all the time, those who are depressed. Blessings to you for putting up for this planet and its ways. We are the tall blondes. We realize that grieving is an art form in some ways, but also is a sign of death inside, something that we don't want any of you to go through. But obviously, it is a experience that makes you stronger inside, gives you muscles within the soul. Because if you can handle this, you can handle anything. realize you're strengthening up your inner self through times of depression. Of course, there are times where depression needs narcotics or medicines, I should say, to help you prevail and go on through your day. Of course, you must be careful of these things. Make sure whatever it is natural and positive to keep you going. But these things are not all bad. Depression is something that is ruling, is commander of you, isn't it? It takes over you. You become another person. You become a rotten person, at least within. You don't want to wake up in the morning, and things like that. Depression is a vice. Some use it, not all, as their character, and live it, wear it like a suit, which we don't recommend. But in your society, it is okay, because your society is already plagued with spirituality, disconnection. So it's hard to be happy here, even when you are happy. Happiness here is materialistic happiness. Of course, love, but even that has its misconceptions because of your society and what you are told what is right, what is wrong. The best we could say is to follow your heart, and you will never go wrong. Even if you do get hurt, still follow your heart, and it will take you to where you belong. But yes, tragedies such as Romeo and Juliet, we do not. The love, yes. The suicide, is not something that anyone would encourage. Never. But we understand to have this feeling and not to let it go of someone, but it is not something, yes, it might look romantic on paper, but trust me, living it is the afterlife of that there's a lot of thorns there that we've deeply witnessed. Blessings to you all. Yes, I imagine you heard that. Disruption. I understand. One moment, my connection has been hindered. One moment. But what we are messaging you today is to not let depression rule your life and sink you down into a bottomless pit. We understand you must go through these things, but not let it destroy you completely. At least, if it's going to be there, don't let it rule your entire life. Do not let it sink you into situations that you will regret later on, such as suicide, even murder. Seek help. There's nothing wrong with that. Seek positive help. Realize here on your world, help is a questionable. It is very questionable here, unfortunately. It is not always helpful, which is unfortunate. We are working on these things, but there's only so much we can do. When those that we try to help ignore our message, those that are helping are not very helpful, and they don't listen to us either. But we try our best. It is complicated, especially through teen pregnancies, disease. These things bother us so much. And they should be of teen pregnancies that are sometimes in wedlock, not all, of negativity. Usually negativity covers them, surrounds these situations that are depressing even to us. But we wish to reverse these depressions and those of disease that are surrounding many. reverse the anguish of these situations. Even disease on your planet, of course, yes, it is being used to make money. But yes, majority of the diseases, not all, can be cured. But they are made to be prolonged so they can make money, unfortunately. But not all. Palladians are working all the time around the clock to make this world manageable. It's easier said than done sometimes. If less people are depressed, this world would be able to move up in vibration. But it's easier said than done, of course. Many situations need to be in the right place for this to happen. But of course, it is a warning. But we like to have these warning stages in a positive, to be positive instead of run into the negative where it's destructive. Blessings to you all. Blessings. I am Yahyel, Archangel, Michael. Blessings to you. Those of the victim mentality realize that you are being tested to your limits. It is up to you to break this limitation, to overcome this situation. Message for your world, though, is that as being your planet at this time is a harmony that is coming through of awakening, of healing, and knowledge that you are those of the UFO communities. Much information will be coming to you to make you realize, yes, there's aliens, there's God, there's angelics, elementals, and there's so much more. And all these things will be seen to you, not now, eventually, but knowledge of all these things will be becoming more fluent within your society and become cool, as it is a word that is easy for your world to understand. It would become the norm eventually. These days are coming. And those that are asleep will find a way to, it would be attractive enough for them to pay attention to it. Especially when you're smoking a lot of narcotics, or weed, I should say. Sure, why not? Have a conversation with an elf. And maybe a talking mushroom. I see that happening. We see that happening. At least joy, happiness is being grown within your society instead of depression and the same old. That's been happening every day here. Politics plaguing your society, which makes most of us sick. Turning the dial of your society, turning it to off. This is not something we want. We want you to make your own choices, but to connect with us or connect to whatever you wish. But this information should be available to you instead of being thrown around by religion falsely. Religion's turning the knobs, putting fear everywhere around you, which makes us sick. And it does. Religions, unfortunately, a majority are false. They do not sell love, they sell fear, unfortunately. And brainwashing is a thing they do, and they are becoming experts of, which is psychotic, depending on who you talk to. The dials of your world are being switched around daily, always. But realize this. Those who wish for this knowledge to be healed, your prayers have been heard. It is time for you to find harmony, find happiness. And fuck this society, it's all fucked up. It's time to live your life to your highest. Joy, imagination, instead of being sold this 3D nightmare, depending on who you talk to. This depression on your planet is cracking slowly. We are working to open your world up and give you all a chance to breathe and have happiness for each other. Blessings to you all. Smoke one for all of us. Live in bliss, please. Forget being in depression and anger. Find something that turns you on. Go for it. Blessings to you. Happy Halloween, everybody, and dress up as something really screwed up. Or something fucked up. Good. Blessings. Good night.